Hey, how's it going? So I just wanted to make a quick video on this because I really couldn't find anything on how to resolve it, not even AI. So hopefully this helps you out. So to reset your password, you want to go into your instance, and once you're here, just go over to OS management, and then you need to launch the cloud shell. And you can see if I try to log in, you can see it doesn't work. Now, of course, you can mount your volume to another instance, but that'll take some difficulties just because it's a bit hard to get these instances with the free tier on Oracle. So what you can now do is just go over to the top and then click on Reboot. Now you can mark the force reboot, which will make it a little bit faster. Once you've hit that, just go back and click the console. Just keep pressing escape repeatedly and you should see your KVM virtual machine. And then just go down to boot manager, press enter. So what you now need to do is press enter and then quickly start hitting escape again. So we'll do that. Now you can see it's a little bit tricky and you do miss it. So I'll just do all of that again and you'll be able to see it. So now we'll go to boot manager again, enter, and Ubuntu. Now this isn't your GRUB menu, so now we need to run some commands, and this is the part that I kind of struggled. So what we're going to do is ls. So now what we need to do is search for boot within all of these locations. It's generally in HD0 GPT1. Now you can type in ls, however I do have the command already, so I'll paste it. And you essentially just need to do this, and you can see if we search for the boot in here, it now gives us our initrd.image file and of course the VM Linux or Linux. You can see this is all here, and this is a good sign that we can now proceed into the actual boot drive. Now in our case, what I'm looking for is this version and of course the init. So I've cleared the screen because we're going to be doing a lot of commands here. So now what I'm going to do is set the root. So I'll just paste in this command and we press enter. And then next we're just going to take all the information for the latest kernel. So we paste this in here. And if you remembered previously, this was the VM Linux or Linux. And in this situation, if this doesn't work for you after you've processed all of this, you might need to change this to VDA1 instead of SDA1. This should work for most people. So we're gonna hit enter, and now we need to do the same for the initrd. So I'll paste this in. And then finally what we need to do is just boot. So we've essentially told it the Linux information and where we need to boot from. So this is going to load up as usual, and I'll just clear the screen as well. So now we basically have root access and we can change the password for pretty much any user. However, before we get on with that, we need to remount the file system. So I'll paste that command in here and then we just hit enter. So you can see that has now remounted the file system as a writable. So now we can proceed with basically the last step, which is essentially just changing the password. So if I was to do pass wd and then the user, so we'll go with Ubuntu. And now we can put in a new password. And then again. And that's it. Now, of course, with Ubuntu on OCI, it does have password authentication disabled, so you may need to enable that. This is generally stored in etc/ssh and then your sshd config. So if we do a vi in that location, I'll just copy this because I don't want to be typing. So we'll actually do an ls here first, and we'll paste this in. You should see a conf file, a config file. This is generally a file that's used to override your SSHD. So what we're going to do is vi or nano into that file. So we'll actually just go with nano, and you can see here it has the password authentication. And what we want to do is just change this to yes. So yes, and then Control X, and then Y, and enter. So once this is done, what we can now do is reboot and do a -F as well. So at this point you should be able to go back to your local machine if you're using SSH, or you can continue on with the console. The password would be reset. So now we'll do Ubuntu, enter, and then we'll put in that password. I think I put it in, so I got the user wrong, so we'll do Ubuntu, and then we'll put in the password. You can see it did actually log me in there. My Ubuntu user is disabled, but I was using it to demonstrate this video. I did try for a couple of months to resolve this. I wasn't trying hard enough, but then I spent the last couple of hours figuring this out. So hopefully it helps you out as well. If you have any questions at all, definitely leave it down below. And videos like this, I tend to post them on my software channel. However, I think my main channel will pick up a bit more traction, which is why it's here. So please make sure you like the video and subscribe to both channels. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.